Hey Gemini, this month is a little different. I'm going to be doing something I call the compass reading. So you have a section for the body, the mind, the heart, the spirit, and then the center focus of the compass. I feel like, so a lot of you want to maybe have a lot more fun than you are this month. Of course, there will always be fun, but a lot of you are just getting really organized. Virgo season is kind of having you become disciplined, and like I just did the Taurus reading, which is interesting, it's going to be a slow moving month for you in terms of whatever it is that you're working on long term, because there is something necessary to be shown. The Virgo new moon is Monday the 6th. So I highly recommend that you sit with whatever is coming up on that day, because it's what is being revealed to you. So our bodies are constantly showing us what we need, constantly talking to us, constantly making us aware of certain things on this day or towards this. And then also the full moon in Pisces will also be very important for you as well. It's going to reveal to you the certain things that you have been already aware of, but now it's like a greater form of awareness for you, because you actually have the opportunity to look at it, not only look at it, but feel it all the way through, and feel it in this way that is actually helping you move in the direction you want to go. If there is a Pisces in your life, they're becoming extremely important to you and important to your stability. This could also be Jupiter, where you're beginning to see maybe even the insecurities you feel. So the moons could be the insecurities that are coming up for you right now, are revealing those insecurities to yourself so that you can acknowledge where in your body it's being stored. In yoga, we say that the issues are in your tissues. It's also in massage therapy and other places as well. And whatever it is that's working through you this month, and you're feeling this month, and you're feeling maybe even, some of you are going to feel weighted this month, like you have a weighted blanket on almost, which is super comforting, because you could like want to be all over the place, but really it's just time to hone in on the few things that are important, and that's Virgo season for you. You might not, when the insecurities arise, you might feel like you want to even, like, it could be one way or the other. You might want to like bite at them or bark at them, or you might want to, howl at the moon, the mind, because and you have this great awareness of abundance. You understand how it works. You understand that everything's free flowing. You get it. You understand. So then why is this showing up? Well, because it's showing you how to get to the greater, even more. Because abundance is abundance. It doesn't end. I don't know if you've ever seen, what I'm thinking of is if you've ever seen the Harry Potter movie, when they go to, I think her name's Beatrix Lestrange's, I don't know exactly what it's called, but it's like they go to her vault or something, and they go in, and then everything starts to double, or someone, I don't know if exactly it was her, I'm sorry, I think it was her, but they go into it and everything starts to just double and multiply when you touch it, because she put a certain spell on it or something. So that's something that you do naturally. That's like a part of your magic, is like when you are in, even if you don't like necessarily like it, you have that engineering, very futuristic, very abundant touch to you. Okay, so magician is in the heart. So if you're working with a lot of people, you're going to be very helpful, even though you may be going through a lot of different feelings this month. The beautiful thing about this is when Mercury already actually went into Libra. Mars will be going into Libra on the 14th. So this is going to help you communicate what's trying to come through to you. So you might even feel like, you might not call it channeling, or just being a total vessel, but you're going to be for many people right now. So things will come out of you in a way that is very authentic to you, but the way it's perceived might not be, because like Virgo, what needs to be fixed. And a lot of you, Virgo season is showing you, okay, this is what needs to be. You need to see these insecurities in order to really accept what you understand in the mind about the greater sense of abundance. But when it's cool, it's great to like know it, but to understand it, to feel it, to move with it, it has to move through your body. So when you're being given more, which you will be, it might feel like everyone, like Virgo season, tear things down to build it up. It's just the way it is. And you understand that. It's still that Virgo season just gives it that extra oomph and loving nurturance, that it's like, it hits you that much deeper. It hits you that much purer. If you're with a Virgo, or if you're with a Pisces, Cancer, or Sagittarius, things are going really well. It just seems like your relationship is moving in the direction. Your relationship is evolving. Bottom of the deck, Queen of Swords. A lot of you are becoming very disciplined. So like mind and spirit are coming together. You're being very disciplined about what you want. You know that this isn't going to last forever. Compass. So every time you feel that agitation to push farther, do more, blah, 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 on something that you actually can't control, and you can't do more, and you can't push more, and you can't force it, that's how you know that that's coming from insecurity. That's coming from fear. That's coming from doubt. That's how you understand that. Because it's so easy to go there. It's so easy to go there sometimes, especially being a sign, a mercurial sign that is meant to help evolve, meant to help people learn everything that you're learning. And in Virgo season, it's more of it's an acute learning. It's like, okay, there's something specific that is going to help every sector of my life if I just listen, if I just go with it instead of forcing it. You'll see the opening and you'll go right through it. And just do your best not to take it out, what's going on with you, with others. Some, the Pisces or the Sagittarius might be getting the brunt of it. They understand, but, don't push anyone too far. What comes of this is a freedom in your body that I don't think you've ever known until this point. There's a major acceptance that this brings you to with any health conditions that you may have, or some of you might be revealed to certain health conditions. A lot of you have been healing it for a while, and by the new moon, it's going to come full circle for you. And like, there will be just like, I just keep seeing like this freedom in the body, just like you've been holding and you didn't realize you've been holding. And then by the end of the month, it's like, oh, thanks, Virgo season. And it just may feel more intense. So a lot of big feelings this month, a lot of big feelings, a lot of how do and where do I put this now? A lot of, okay, I'm ready. And by the end of the month, or what Spirit is and wants to communicate with you, Queen of Swords, is like, you're right, stay disciplined here. Stay secure here. Be honest with yourself. Be honest with others. Be honest with yourself when you shouldn't be around others. Be honest with yourself when you need to do your thing. Be honest with yourself when you do need to say something to others. It's a all-encompassing thing for you. The Magician in the Heart is a lot about these eclipses that have been moving through you. So that the next set will be, and I think it's important to already speak about it now, the next set will be in December. And whatever you're working through now, the reason why I'm emphasizing it so much is because by the time we get to that next set of eclipses, it's going to look different. you're going to be prepared for that last swift sweeping change in your life. And if you've had a chaotic one during Gemini season, which I'm sure you did, most people have, the Sagittarius one and the one in Sagittarius season will be for what's yet to come. It'll be the beginning. The Knight of Swords is also about you doing what you want without regards to anyone else. There's something specifically for you, what you need to do independently for yourself, and you're just like going full force. And it's perfect, because I do believe whatever it is that you're doing full force on, whatever insecurities are arising, whatever doubts or fears are coming up, that's actually the antidote, is to do this, and it will show you, and you'll be able to engage with those insecurities where they become way more potent in terms of how you are moving forward. They'll actually become an asset to you, instead of this thing that maybe you don't like to acknowledge every now and then, even though you're human and that's what happens, and you know that, you understand that more than anyone maybe, but you still need to. Virgo season is again that acute, sharp focus for you. And you love it. You love the sweeping changes. You love this, but you also know that what comes next. So you're gonna need rest. It's not that you're feeling exhausted this month. You may feel that up and down again, that more of that heaviness, very in your body, yet still like very Gemini, but very in your body. I would advise you to move your body in more of an aggressive way this month if you need to, like getting out, like running, doing like intense exercises. Just make sure you're being aware of what your body can handle and what it can't. And then giving yourself like intense relaxation practices possibly could be helpful as well. That's very much for Pisces too this month, this movement. The mind, the Ace of Cups, the bird on the top, looks kind of like a dove, is what really is drawing me in. Jump right in. Jump right into this, what you know is true about abundance. What you know, how you know it moves, it works, it does. Jump right into whatever it is that you know you love to do, however it is that you want to do day to day, but also in terms of like your life moving forward. Just jump right in. Don't hold back. Unless it's your energy. It's change of heart. And not in a way that you're leaving someone to go to another, it's just your change in heart. It's very clear. All right, Gemini, this was the first part. We'll get into the second part where we look at the cards so you can see. All the information to work with me is below. Thank you so much. I love you, and I'll see you next month. Hi, Gemini. Okay, this month is full of sways and ups and downs. It's your mutable chaos that you both love and are exhausted by, but still have so much fun in. You're the only ones with your head not spinning by the end of the month, but a lot of you need to focus on your body this month, and that's what's drawing your attention, especially if your body's doing very well. It's a great time for you to get a lot of shit done. And this chaotic energy actually brings you and sways you in the right directions at the right time in the right moment. For those of you who have been dealing with issues, it's going to be very apparent to you, especially the new moon and the full moon are going to make you very, very, very aware of what you have been only easing into in the sense of your insecurities and doubts and fears. Because once Libra season comes, you want to be able to harness them and use them. As we know, Libras can be extremely insecure, but they've been forced to see everything You know, like think of the justice system, think of everything that came out in the world that's very Libran. And Gemini loves to see everything in the playing field. So yeah, as much as this may feel like a harsh opening, especially I think the Pisces new full moon at the end of the month is going to be extremely opening for you. Major realizations for sure. Though for some of you, it may be, you may feel very quick to end something or start something, and that's your impulsive nature that brings it out in you. I would just be sure that your heart's not deceiving itself. So that's why that ties back to what I said before. If you do not address these things that are being shown to you that aren't there to harm you, look at the Ace of Cups at the top. Your mind is so brilliant and capable of overcoming this. It's just allowing yourself to let it sink in. And if you do that, by the end of the month, when this energy has been, when that cardinal energy starts to come, that Mercury retrograde comes up, you're grounded with so much spiritual discipline at that point because you allowed everything to process. That there's a whole even greater sense of clarity by the end of the month. And you're like, how can I even get more clear? But this month is going to be very windy for you, but it's in the body. So if anything, let your body be the guide this month, because your mind is so capable of pinpointing that thing and then shifting it. Some of you may find very instantaneous, beautiful, swift changes happen this month, as long as you follow that notion. Now, if you don't and you choose to ignore certain things, it will come back around by the end of the month. And Pisces season could be this time where you're playful and let yourself go into another world and not be in reality, or it will make you so much in reality that you'll be annoyed by it. You know? If there's a Sagittarius in your heart, I do think that it's just the Mercury retrograde that's going to be working through you. But if there's a Sagittarius in your heart, it's maybe important to reach out to them this month. But I think most of you, it's just not letting your heart deceive you from past doubts, fears, and deceptions, especially there could have been a Sagittarius or someone with very mercurial energy who there's been this, whatever is ending, whatever you're having to face, they were a big part of it, and they're actually like an archetype for you for whatever's needed to be seen and loved on by your mind. Because your mind is full of so much that you want to be able to use it, but if you don't allow your body its process this month will go by so, like, not only quickly, but you'll be so like, what even happened? It'll feel like you're in like Neptune all month. So like how a Pisces feels on a regular. And you don't mind that, but it's as long as you have the energy and the openness to actually create from it. So it's being spiritually disciplined. It's like the north and the south, the mind and the body need to, it's like those are that's the stability, or the mind and the spirit, that's the stability of Virgo season. Knowing that no matter what breaks down to build up is going to do it much stronger, and allowing that middle part to happen. So it's like the beginning of the month, you understand, and you may feel like an over sense of abundance in terms of what you're learning, what you're doing, how much you're loved, how much you love where you're at and where your life is. Yet your body's going through something different in the middle of the month. Then by the end of the month, it's like, oh, I feel even more connected to myself, no matter what that means for you. It could be through the physical experience. For some of you, especially those who don't allow those spiritual experiences to happen or haven't been open to it, it's actually going to just come into your life. And you may be surprised at how quickly you welcome it, because it's so grounded for you. And it makes so much sense this month. See how quickly and potent your energy is in Virgo season? That was so easy. And I know it was a lot, and I know it could be this, but you understand even on a deeper level this month of everything that's transpired up until this point. Especially from the the eclipse in your sign in Gemini season. By Sagittarius season, the next set of eclipses, we're about halfway through. That eclipse will make a complete full circle. So don't try to find the end of that yet, but allow the insights to arise that you get now. And they're going to take you there, and it's going to be a different. So the last one may have felt like it was like devastating. The next one's going to feel like a new adventure. From Gemini and what Gemini Sagittarius can do. Just don't be quick to assume anyone's intentions this month, but don't be quick to take them all serious either. Okay? All information to work with me is below. I love you. This is your Virgo season September reading. I'm also on Instagram. And I love you, Gemini. See you next month.